What's going on, y'all? This is Kuron J. In this video, I'm gonna be showing y'all an Afro tutorial, so stay tuned.
Take off my do-rag first off.
My hair is already washed from the night before, and I know it looks crazy right now, but I'm telling you, it won't look like this by the end of the video. I do have a hair wash routine that's up on my channel right now, so just in case you're wondering how I did that, you can go ahead and check that out, and I'm gonna make sure to put the link down below. Here I took the twist out, and I'm spraying some water on my hair and my scalp. You always want to remember to use water before you start putting in any products. I like to use this pomade by Carol's Daughter. I'm running out, as you might be able to tell. I need to give me some more because this is like one of the best products that I use because it actually like moisturizes and it works really good for my hair type. Now right here I'm taking a mixture of coconut and extra virgin olive oil and I mix it into this applicator bottle. Every time I style my hair, I use this mixture because it's like one of the most effective oils that I used in my hair and it never really let me down, so I always use it. When you apply it, make sure you're working it through the ends, your hair, and I also put mine in my scalp. And if you're starting out with dry hair like I did, definitely add more water if you need to. I'm also using shea butter. With the shea butter, you want to scoop up a dime-sized amount into your hand. Warm it up, and then with that you can start spreading it onto your hair. The last product I'm gonna be putting in for now is leave-in conditioner. This is the one that I use, but you could use any one you want to use. Pretty much apply it the same way you did all the other products, except for putting it onto your scalp, because you never want to put leave-in conditioner on your scalp. After applying all products to one section, twist it to get it out the way, and then do the same thing with all the other sections. When I make my way back to the first section, I spray some more water. This time to really saturate it, I'm also adding some more oil. This is so when I'm combing it, it'll make it a little bit easier. So when you're combing out your hair, you always want to make sure you're starting from your ends, then working your way up. That's going to help with the detangling, and you're going to also prevent damage. So you'll have like less breakage. You really just want to be careful whenever it comes to combing your hair because it really is important. After the section is combed, I twist it back together and I do the same thing to each one. This makes it way easier for me to manage, and I work in sections with my hair all the time because it never lets me down. After I took it out, I'm spraying some more water. Now it's time for like my favorite part, which is the picking out. I'm using this pick with like metal prongs on it because I feel like these kind of picks are like the best ones to use to detangle. You can leave out the sections after you pick them out. This is what you're gonna do before the next step that I'm about to show you. Definitely add more water if you need to. For this style, you're gonna want your hair to be shrunken up in a sense because that's how it works best.
If I don't add more water, my hair is still gonna be elongated, and I'm trying to run away from that elongated look. So the more textured your hair is, the better. Alright. And I can barely see.
Now that everything is picked out, I'm gonna work on the shape. So I want you to pay close attention to this part. I'm turning my body over to the side and I flip my head down because for some reason I feel like it works better that way. Take the comb and start combing and smoothing the hair from the nape of your neck down towards the front.
What I do is I just smooth pretty much all the hair that I have. I smooth it all to the front. all the hair in the middle.
Here my watch was getting caught inside my hair. So just be mindful that if you do wear wrist watches or like jewelry, wrist jewelry or anything like that, to be careful because it can tug at the hair and pull it out.
I'm kind of combing through as I go, as I smooth it down. So just comb the nape of your neck and just go down. Okay. I think you guys get the, I think I get the picture.
My hair could be like real stubborn sometimes, and it's like mad flimsy right here. And telling by the look of my face, you might be able to realize that I'm not too satisfied with the way it is, but I will fix it soon. My hair in the front don't really like to curl up sometimes. Plus I did start out on dry hair, so that really didn't make it any better. I'm usually doing this style straight out the shower, but this time I decided to start out on dry hair instead. Here I'm just pulling out the pieces, picking it up, and like trying to form it together, trying to get that shape.
You pretty much just keep picking. Pick out the perimeter, pick out the edges, pick out everything. And just keep picking. I'm just picking. At this point, I'm just picking.
And I don't like the way this area is right here, so I'm just going back to use this wide tooth comb to fix it. Pretty much what I'm doing here is I'm just still trying to get the shape right. So I'm using anything, whether it's the comb, the pick, or my hands, to take all the dents and the knots out. You really just got to get creative with this stuff because you want to use the best tool for that specific imperfection. So say if it's a bigger dent, you might want to use the comb. A smaller dent, you might want to use the pick. Or even like a smaller dent, you might just want to use your fingers so you can really get that shape that you want. Of course, spray more water if necessary. By now, my hair is finally absorbing the water and the products now, so it's finally like shrinking up. If you know your hair to shrink up easily, then you might not have to worry about adding so much water. I'm still here trying to form it all together. My hair is kind of long, so it is kind of difficult to now try to form my fro nowadays. When my hair was shorter, it wasn't really that much of a problem. I might need to trim it soon. If your hair is short, you might not have too much of a problem like I am here. I'm using the pick again. And I'm also doing this like pull motion with my fingers that I'm about to explain.
I'm just gonna keep patting and kind of just zhuzhing it with my fingers. You want to like pull out some pieces so it could form well. So I'm just forming it basically. This is just all of a part of a forming technique. So just keep doing that.
Here's just like a side view, just so y'all could get like a better picture of what I'm doing.
So here I'm just taking my fingers. I'm kind of just making this motion with my fingers. Pretty much pick and like, you know, adjust everything you want, you know. Yeah, pretty much pick out everything and like, you know, use your fingers. Use your fingers for, you know, how you want it to look, you know. I like mine to be extra, you know, round shape, I guess.
So here I'm checking with a handheld mirror, the sides and the back of my head so I can see how it looks. So I know what I need to fix. All right, so I seen something that I didn't like. So right here, I'm even going back in to use my pig because I felt like that was the best tool to use for that certain area, that certain spot. And now I could go back to patting it and shaping it again.
Yeah, so just keep tweaking with it, and just, you know, just adjust it pretty much. All you're doing by now. Everything's already picked out. You know, everything is pretty much, you know, just making it look presentable and just finishing it off. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this until I actually think it's decent.
And one thing I like to do is I like to pat it with a plastic bag, and this helps with like the shape, forming it, and also with the flyaways. It just makes everything look in place and perfect pretty much. For the beards, of course, spray water on it first before you add any other products to it. Without water, it cannot be moisturized. The water adds moisture first, then you lock in the moisture with the products.
The beard, I'm just putting oil to moisturize it. Some pomade, I put some pomade on there.
Put some more shea butter.
To comb it out, I'm using like a double-sided fine-tooth comb because I feel like these distribute the product through like pretty good. And I do like to use the wider side first before I go and use the finer side. And then of course, I'm going back using my plastic bag on the other hand. And then I'll top it off. The last step, which is the oil sheen. After you're done, just spray this on there. I swear this is like one of the most important parts, because it's just like if you're not spraying oil sheen after you finish like doing your fro, then like what are you really doing?
Look at that. Show you the back. I might film another little clip or something when I get to the school. But yeah, that's it.
And so yeah, that's my tutorial on how to get an afro or how to do an afro. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please feel free to leave a comment, like, or subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.